Gotta poop a little bit.
What? You gotta poop a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hold it for an hour and 15 minutes?
I got this.
All right.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Turn up this podcast.
I'm in this for the money and the pussy, and they're both falling off the trees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 56
of the Reasonable Doubt podcast. Podcasting!
We're podcasting, dude.
It's early in the morning.
I'm a podcaster. It's early in the morning. It's early morning, Sunday morning. Welcome to church.
Yeah. Welcome to the Reasonable Church.
Welcome to C. Griff, chapter 6, verse 12.
I didn't know until very recently that they're in books.
Yeah, the Bible is a collection of books.
Yeah, so I didn't get that till like maybe 2 years ago.
When you started going to church?
Yeah, and then someone was like talking about the books, and I was like, there's only the one book. And then they're like, well, no, there's
a bunch of books.
There's a whole bunch of books, and they put them together. And I was like, that seems like there's a lot of room for discrepancy.
Yeah, there is.
When some overarching organization says, we have all the books.
Yeah.
We're going to let you read them as a collection.
Well, yeah, and I'm pretty sure the Old Testament is just the Torah.
Yeah,
isn't
Torah
it?
And the Talmud.
Yeah, and then
the
Quran includes chunks of the Bible too, doesn't
The
it?
Quran's like, yeah, it's essentially like the fucking...
The sequel. It's the Bible too.
Well, yeah, it's like the upgrade, the same way that like the New Testament just adds all the books onto the Torah and the Talmud.
Yeah.
The Quran's just the continuation of that.
The Bible too.
Yeah.
Jesus is back and he's pissed.
Muhammad's here to whoop his ass.
You do like a buddy cop movie, like Lethal Weapon, where it's like Jesus and Muhammad.
Dude,
that'd
like
be Jesus
sick.
is the old cop. That's like, I'm too old for this shit. As he's like looking at the like holes in his hands. Muhammad's like, nah, dude, we gotta preach.
Oh man,
you can't do things by the book. And then they hold up the Bible.
Yeah, that'd be
fucking sick.
That would honestly be dope.
That's like the best genre of movies.
Muslims would get angry about it for sure.
Yeah, probably. You're not supposed to depict Muhammad.
Not his face.
Not his face? You can depict him otherwise?
He's like, whenever you see him in pictures, it's like him and then his face. You know how they do the like sunshine around Jesus' head?
His whole face is the sunshine?
That's how they
Why
do it.
Why can't you look at him?
I think the idea is that, you know how in the Bible they say not to worship someone?
Oh, like if you're worshiping the painting?
Yeah, like that. They don't like that.
Oh.
I think that's the idea.
Maybe he's just too pretty. What
Maybe
if
they'd
Muhammad
be like, God damn, he's so dashing.
Yeah, what if Muhammad was just sexy? You know what I mean? Like he had like a
Prince
fucking
1.0.
He's got like a fucking crazy jawline. Perfectly lined up beard.
That's actually where...
What if Muhammad just looked like Drake?
They're like, we can't have people knowing about this.
We can't have people... They're just going to talk about how sexy he is and ignore our whole message. We can't do that. I get recommended videos about Islam all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I think...
It's worth... I honestly think, in my personal opinion, it's worth learning about the religions of the world.
Absolutely it is.
It's been somewhat of a quest in my life to like educate myself on other religions.
Yeah.
And I think it's very beneficial. People who are like, oh, they just outright have disdain for any form of organized religion. It's like, I understand all the issues with religion. Yeah. Nonetheless, they're a really important part of our history as a planet.
Yeah, they are.
And like, it's worth knowing.
You don't have to believe it, but you should know about it.
You should know about what's going on. Also, it keeps you from developing ideas like the idea that Islam is inherently violent, which it's not.
Yeah.
You know? Or like the idea that Christianity has never committed acts of terrorism, such as How about all the knowledge of the world that existed in the Mayan and Aztec cultures that they
like
burned?
Every crusade.
All the Crusades,
Yeah.
Spanish Inquisition. There's a lot of examples of terrorism.
I think my phone just, your phones are always listening to,
Yeah.
I think it just hears me say inshallah all the time.
And it's like,
And
oh,
it's
this
like,
guy's...
this guy's ripe
Yeah.
for the picking.
He's ready. He's ready for the word of Muhammad.
If you ever see me wearing like a white little hat and like a really full shitty beard, you'll know what happened. What if I just convert to Islam for the bit?
I don't think that's how that works. You'll get killed.
Yo, Islam isn't inherently violent, but if you pretend to be Islamic, they'll kill you.
You'll get killed. Actually, so good.
That is good.
Yeah. I quite like it, though. I've learned a lot. There's some weird religions out there. You ever heard of Jainism?
No, what's that?
Jainism's like this old religion that I believe existed. I believe it came into existence before Hinduism.
Okay.
Or before what we know to be documented Hinduism.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of them like that. Same with Zoroastrianism.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
But they still exist.
Yeah,
they
in
don't
small
consider
pockets
them
and
as
stuff.
existing today, but they do in small pockets. Like, people still study it and
Yeah.
believe in it.
Yeah.
And like Zoroastrianism's like this really old kind of like weird magical shit.
Yeah, it's like magical, and there isn't really like a deity, I don't think, but there's like the whole world is all connected. And
Yeah.
that was how a lot of religions, I think, started, which was like you were just really connected.
Yeah,
to
what
the
they
earth.
call pagan
Yeah.
religions, which is a retarded term, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about every single white dude whose family comes from Scandinavia likes to think of themselves as like Norse, right?
Yeah, they're-
you know
yeah,
what I mean,
and
and
it's
they
like-
all believe in. They always get tattoos of like Odin and shit.
yeah, and it's like unless you're from Iceland, I just don't.
I don't buy it at all.
No. I've got a little bit of Swedish in me. It's like, cool,
that
man.
doesn't mean you're a Viking, dude.
Yeah, it's not how that works.
Have you looked at Scandinavia lately? There's zero Viking.
Also,
It's just Hingadingadurgan and just a bunch of dudes who are like too awkward to talk to each other in public. That's all that
like,
Scandinavia is.
Gluten, how are you doing today?
Don't talk to me. Like in fucking Norway and shit, it's rude to stand within 6 feet of someone when you're waiting in line.
That's insane.
And like, if you were to strike up a conversation at a bus
Yeah.
stop, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You know what's super crazy is like, I was actually thinking about this. This is going to be a not popular opinion.
Okay.
But, so the Vikings,
Yeah.
I'm going to tie this back in.
Go for a little ride and then bring it back.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm going
want.
to tie this back in. Nazi memorabilia is illegal to be sold in a lot of places.
Yes.
You can't distribute Nazi memorabilia. Mm-hmm. It has been on the rise. France reported something like 800% increase.
Yeah.
And they're like, Nazism is very much on the rise.
Yeah.
They think predominantly people are following like the more Marxist stuff and not the racial implications of Nazism.
Okay.
So they're following that like kind of Marxist socialist ideal with like not following it, but that they're more interested in those ideas, right?
Right.
The ideologies of like labor rights and shit like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll tie this back. That needs to be clarified first. The Vikings were pieces of shit.
Yeah, they
who
absolutely were.
everyone hated.
Yeah.
And now we look at them, we're like, man, they were so cool. They used to just go around and rape and murder people in mass.
Yeah, I know.
Like, to the point that in France was so sick and tired of dealing with them that they were like, here, we're going to call this Normandy. It's yours. Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's yours. You can have this whole area. Don't fuck with us anymore because you're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Literally sacrificed land to be like, you can have this because we fucking hate you.
Yeah.
And you're horrible human beings. Stay over there. You can have that land. Just don't stop raping us.
Yeah.
Like, you're horrible people.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it
now
was
we
really
look.
bad.
Now we look at them. And we're like, oh, you guys are so cool. Oh my god, I'm gonna celebrate my Viking heritage. dude, your heritage is rapist murderers.
Yep.
You fucking, that's not to be celebrated, right?
I know. It's always looked back, like, people always look back on that kind of stuff.
Like, favorably.
Because it's so long ago now, right? It's like people also look back at the, like, Mongols and stuff sometimes, and they're like, they're incredibly impressive.
Yeah, they were warriors. Like,
They were
they were
warriors.
also psychopaths.
They were also psychopaths who would, like, there's stories of, they would, like, raid cities in China and stuff.
Yeah.
And any man that stood over 5'8" just got his head cut off.
Yeah, like, what?
They would have them march in long columns beside a wagon. And if your head was over the certain level on the wagon, the guy on the wagon just, poof, head gone.
Yeah.
Like, they were fucking atrocious people.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible.
Which, like, and even the Viking is, like, it's, you can't even think of it in today's standard because nobody is that fucked up anymore.
Yeah,
know
this
what I
is the
mean?
thing. We see it as, like, a tale. It's a story.
It's like, yeah, it's...
humans typically share knowledge in the form of a story.
Well, yeah, and then they're also, when they think of Vikings, they think of, like, a Vikings TV show.
Yeah, and it's not like that at all.
It's not like that at all.
Horrible.
It was horrific, which was the way the world was kind of back then. But even for the standards of the time, they were fucked
like people
up.
were more civilized than that. That's the thing. We think of it as forever ago, but you don't realize that like places like France had a government overarching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was systemic structure in place in many parts of the world.
Yeah.
And the Vikings were like, "Bruh, we're gonna rape your people."
The Roman Empire had already come and gone for 1,000 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
These
people think of it like the Romans were out fucking around. Like, no, dude, things were quite civilized, and they were like, "We're gonna rape people."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's like stories of they would have like certain big dudes just take a bunch of fucked up psychedelic drugs
rampage.
and just rampage. They'd end up killing each other. They were like so fucked up and had no idea what was going on.
I know, it's actually fucked.
I know.
So
then to be doubly stupid, one, you're covering yourself in Viking symbols and shit.
Yeah.
And you've got that's a horrible mark to put on yourself.
Yeah.
And two, you don't even know.
You have no idea what it really means.
Because if you do know what it really means, I don't think you'd willingly put those symbols.
Yeah,
on
you'd
yourself.
probably be like,
I'm not
this
going
one
to tie my
says
hair
that I
in a little-
murdered a village. Single-handedly.
and just burned it to the ground.
Yeah. This one says that I claimed many mothers with children.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Just murdering mothers and
To
children.
crush my enemies before me.
Yeah, like what?
Steal their women.
Oh, man. Yeah, so to tie it back, I think the problem is that Nazism is going to eventually be looked on under the same favorable light.
Absolutely.
At first when I started hearing all this stuff about people complaining about, figures from way back in the day and being like, look at how these people acted, this is ridiculous, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, come on, that's a long time ago. That's how people were back then. You can't fucking bitch about it. But I do understand now. Now I see that there's quite a bit of importance in that because you need to villainize these people so that no one ever thinks that it was okay.
Well, people try to dip their toe into the Nazi thing now where they're like, well, they were pretty good military tacticians. It's like,
yeah, it's
not really. They lost.
They lost. They were pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
On D-Day, had Hitler not said that he wanted to sleep till 11 a.m.,
yeah.
if he had woken up and been like, yeah, send the bombers over there, we'd been fucked.
Yeah.
They would have won.
Germany declaring war on the USA was a pretty big blunder as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you should have let... Man, the U.S. was supporting them.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a huge amount of Germany that thought that the U.S. would join their side. Because they were fighting the Soviets at the time. They thought that the U.S. would join their fight against Russia.
Same thing, honestly, looking at it now, that we look and say, Eisenhower at the time said that to take the battle to Moscow. Mm-hmm. He was like, don't stop at Berlin. Keep going.
Yeah.
Go to Moscow and fucking murder the Soviets. And they were like, oh no, let's stop. What happened? The war ended. We spent the last 75 years fighting communism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really horrific, not idealistic communism, horrible murdering their people communism. Also, something I was thinking about, people who are fucking we beat Germany and we teamed up the Allies and we teamed up with the Soviets, and it's like, you teamed up with Stalin, who murdered like way more people than fucking Hitler.
I don't know if it's way more.
30 million?
Okay, so when
it's
you
like
think,
3 times the
when
amount.
you have the 30 million statistic,
it's including all the murder of his own people.
it also includes the death of Nazi soldiers in Russia during the invasion.
Okay.
They count those as victims of communism, which I don't know if I buy.
I don't know if
I don't know if I buy that.
Nonetheless, he killed a lot of people. Like, he was a bad dude.
Also, you got to think about all the like high-ranking Nazi officials that just like assimilated into the U.S.
Oh,
after
tons
the
of
war,
them.
called like Operation Paperclip and stuff. NASA was founded with Nazi rocket scientists.
Yeah.
After the war,
Yeah, right after the war, they were
which
like,
is
let's
why
take
they're
the best of
lying
the
about
best.
the moon.
It's fucking true.
On a bit of a lighter note, we were talking about this earlier this week. I want to correct me if I'm wrong, audience. If you're listening, let me know. If you fart,
You
right,
can sniff up your own farts.
you can't sniff it up.
You can sniff
And
up your own farts.
If it's out there, it's out there. I don't know if you can like
No,
absorb all the smell into yourself so no one else has to smell
you
it.
can sniff it in
You
and
can't
get rid of it.
Yeah, but not all. You can't like stop it. Once it's out, it's out.
You can. I've sniffed up many a fart. You can sniff up the fart.
Like you just fall on that sword so no one else has to smell it.
Yes. Jump on the grenade.
I jump on the grenade.
To save my girlfriend.
Or like you fart at the wrong time at work.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to sniff real hard next to a table.
Yeah. Have you ever like crop dusted a table when you walk by?
No, I
Oh, come
refuse
on.
to. I won't do it. I would kill people.
Yeah, me neither.
I would kill people. I can't.
Yeah, the thing with people sitting in booths is they're directly at ass height. You know what I mean? They probably feel the wind.
Oh, dude, it must be horrible.
It must, dude. When I was bartending more regularly, I would wear like I had some pretty tight pants on. That's
Yeah.
just because they were like dress pants and they were pretty tight.
Yeah.
But I was wearing this big belt buckle, like a big Labatt 50 belt buckle. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's gonna be funny. People are gonna look at my penis, because that's the whole point of a belt buckle, right? It's
Yeah.
like dick decoration. I'm like walking by, and I got uncomfortable with the amount of people looking at my penis. I thought it was gonna be like every now and then, every single table, every time I walked by, everyone's eyes were right on my dick. And I was like, yeah, I gotta stop this.
Yeah, no more.
I went in thinking it was gonna be so funny. I was like, fucking all the 50-year-old moms are gonna be like, what's up?
Yeah. No, it's terrifying. I remember I used to have baby blue shorts.
Yeah?
Yeah, and they were like kind of snug, and they were just really easy to wear. Like, and I loved bartending in them, so I would wear those. And I remember one day walking up to a table like 4 mid-40s ladies, and one of them like up and downed me full out, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I just noticed they were staring at my dick. And I walk up, and there's an older lady that I worked with, and she was like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, those ladies just looked at my fucking dick.
Yeah.
And she goes, that's because everyone can see your cock, brother. It's like, oh my God.
You know, maybe these women are onto something when they talk about being fucking up and down all the time.
Yeah, it's
right?
like, Jesus Christ.
I thought it would feel good to be like sexually objectified. It's not. I feel like an object.
What am I, just a piece of meat?
I'm a funny guy.
Oh, man.
Just like every time you're at a table and they like stare at your dick and look up at you, you're just like mad at them. I also like trains and shit. Aren't you gonna ask me about my personality? You're just gonna look at my dick print.
Dude, that's funny, though. Fucking belt buckles totally are just decoration for your dick.
They are. They're just hood ornaments for your dick.
That's so funny. Dude, my dick's the Jaguar, and that's the leaping Jaguar off the front.
Yeah, my dick's the fucking Rolls Royce, and the belt buckle's the like lady with the wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So fun.
It just draws the eye, especially when you're wearing like all black, and then I've got this bright metal,
Yeah, shiny.
shiny belt buckle.
Dude,
They're powerful though, like a big belt buckle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it commands respect, like I've seen some, especially you see like old dudes who are stuck in their like Clint Eastwood Western movies.
Yeah.
And they're wearing like a fucking chunk ass belt buckle.
Yeah.
Like big.
And it's not like a jokey one. It's not like a bottle opener.
No.
It's not like a cigarette brand.
No.
It's like a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm the Ranger.
I'm the Ranger. My dick's the sheriff. You know?
It makes me want to go to Texas.
I know.
I would like to go see what Texas is like.
I know. I just want to I want to take it all in. Not like the cities though.
Have you heard about what's going on with Austin?
No.
There's like a ton of billionaires in Austin now.
Yeah, there was like a flight from California. They went to Texas.
No, they're living there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they've left California.
Yeah.
A lot of them have moved to Austin.
So California is not the place anymore.
Yeah, because the taxes work differently in Texas. I think it comes out pretty much similar, but you pay less income tax, but you pay more like property tax.
But there's no
perhaps, in
state tax.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people like Austin is becoming. Well, Austin's
Austin's
been a hub for a while.
Yeah, it has been for a while. Ever since, I hate to say it, but ever since like Joe Rogan moved there,
Yeah,
he kind of turned it into a hub.
yeah.
And then
People
like
have been-
Elon Musk was like, "Oh, I like it here." He went on the show and said that he was thinking about moving there because he'd been talking to Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
And then
which
he
just
moved
goes
there.
to show.
Yeah, goes to show you like, the most influential face in North America right now is probably a comedian from New Jersey.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
The thing is, when you move to Texas, you got to wear a bolo tie, which I'm totally prepared to do.
I'm excited for.
I could wear a bolo tie.
Yeah,
My girlfriend tells me no all the time, but I think,
I think I could rock a bolo.
yeah, I think so
Do
too.
they have to be even, or do you want them
No,
slightly
you
off?
want them slightly off,
Okay.
right? I think there's like a little bit of, like it might be like a Southern States native thing, bolo ties.
Yeah, I don't know
I
where
don't
they
know if
come
it
from.
started that way. I'd have to look into it.
I wonder where bolo ties come from.
Where do bolo ties? They just look like shoelaces with a little buckle. I think they're fantastic.
The buckles honestly look like very nice
The
usually.
big, like, fucking jade
Yeah.
gemstone and shit. I think they look cool.
Bolo tie.
Where do bolo ties come from? I like the part of the episode where we just Google things.
Okay, so origins. Victor Cedarstaff of Wickenburg, Arizona, claims to have invented the bolo tie in the late 1940s.
Can you just give his name one more time?
Victor Cedarstaff.
I'll fucking show you a cedar staff.
Wow. Cedars are really skinny and tall.
Oh, like cedar is in the tree, not like Seeder.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But I mean, if
She
you want to
Victor
have
on-
a penis that's a cedar tree, you go
She
right
Victor
ahead.
on my cedar staff till I bolo. You know what I mean?
Ian claims to have invented in the late 1940s and later patented his slide design.
Oh, the 40s? That's it?
Yeah, according to an article in Sunset, Victor Cedarstaff was riding his horse one day in Wickenburg, Arizona, where he was a cowboy when his hat blew off. Hold up, I want to read
Oh,
this.
around his neck. And the fucking string bit. Fuck yeah.
When his hat blew off, wary of losing the silver-trimmed hat band, he slipped it around his neck. His companion joked, "That's a nice-looking tie you're wearing, Victor." An idea incubated, and Smith soon fashioned the first bolo tie. The name...
Could you imagine being the guy that fucking roasted him for it? And then he just makes like makes millions of dollars off
And you're
bolo
like,
ties?
fuck.
That's
Yeah.
a nice fucking tie you got there. And then it's like the coolest shit ever. I like how
Oh, it
there's...
comes derived from Boleadora,
Okay.
an Argentine and Uruguayan lariat.
Okay.
Is that why those fucking Southern F-150s are the F-150 Lariat version?
I think probably.
Wow.
The more you know. Look at us learning.
Look at that. That's actually crazy. So it literally was the piece that was on the hat.
Yeah.
And he was like, yep. That's a
Man,
tie.
I think it's cool as fuck that there were cowboys in the 40s.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were around that late.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's still probably cowboys
There's still
now.
lots of cowboys now, but not like riding their horses into towns.
No.
You know what I mean? Do they still ride in? It must still be a thing there.
It must... I mean,
We still have laws here for them.
do we?
Yeah, like technically we break the law at our place of employment.
Because we don't have a hitching post?
Because we don't have peanuts.
Oh, is that what they're for? To feed horses?
You have to have peanuts by law.
To feed horses?
That's an Ontario law.
Huh.
Yeah, you have to have peanuts. At any bar, to feed a horse, you have to have peanuts, and you have to be able to provide them with water.
We can do that.
Yeah, you can provide them with water, but we don't have peanuts.
Dude, I could have been a fucking cowboy, man.
We should fucking start riding horses around. You know what I mean? How do you think that would be?
Oh, dude, we'd look so fucking cool.
Can you imagine pulling up to work with a horse?
Oh, my fucking...
Dude, that'd be fucking sick. Be like, gotta go, jump on your horse and go to work.
Yeah, ride.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. I would love... But, I mean, I only want to be a cowboy if I can have a massive fucking revolver on
Oh,
me.
yeah.
You know what
I'd like
I mean?
a fucking hand cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A big fucker. With like a 12-inch barrel.
That's what I was just going to say. One of the ones that has the, like, huge barrel where you pull it out and it's, like, kind of wobbly.
Because your handgun weighs 30 pounds.
Yeah, you're like...
I want to sit in a saloon where I like take it off my gun belt, put it down on the bar,
Yeah.
strike a match off my boot.
Dude,
You know
that'd be
what I
fucking
mean?
sick.
That'd be so sick. Like get drunk with my friends and like shoot at fucking playing cards off each other's heads with our massive handguns. My idea of being a cowboy involves zero of the grueling work. That
Yeah,
being
no,
a
I don't want
cowboy
to wrangle cows.
I don't want to wrangle cattle.
Yeah.
I want to ride a horse with my friends. Wear big jackets with dangly leather tassels.
Dude, we should get a full cowboy outfit.
Yeah, I want one.
Like actually slowly gather a full cowboy outfit.
Yeah.
And both have some full ass like tassely cowboy outfits.
Spurs and shit.
And rent a horse for a day and go to work.
One horse. We'll
Two
share
horses, fine. Two horses.
No, we'll share it.
Show up and then like you gotta have the spurs clicking as you walk in.
A filterless cigarette that's kind of bent out of your mouth.
Dude, people would be like, what the fuck?
Tip your hat to the ladies.
I'm honestly sure that if we did it, people wouldn't even be surprised.
No, they'd be like, oh, that's what they're doing today.
I guess that's today's activity.
But the fucking barn.
Guys, I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I see that.
Howdy.
Howdy, folks. Shut up and go get changed.
You mean go over yonder? Like really struggle with the slang. Well, that'd be just fine, I reckon.
Yeah.
I was just like a plantation owner there. That wasn't a cowboy.
Oh fuck. I made that.
I need to retrieve my accoutrements from my horse.
I made that joke to a friend of ours. He was like, we were talking about serving tables, and he goes, "Oh wow, you'll like do a lot for them." I'm like, "Yeah, I like to make people feel like they're the plantation owner." And he was like, "Jesus Christ!"
You never say that too. Could we just get some more water? Right away, I'll get you more water.
Right away, sir.
Right away, sir.
I do speak kind of like that to them. I'll be like, right away.
No, you don't talk like a slave.
I'll say, right away, sir. Right away, sir. And I run and grab stuff. I'm like fast. I'll fucking haul ass.
Yeah, I haul ass. I dropped the sir, though. When I started serving, I said sir.
Sir and ma'am. I say that.
I still use
Or
ma'am.
folks. I use folks a lot.
Folks?
Thanks very much, folks.
Yeah.
You have a good night, folks.
I hit dude, when I'm working the bar side, like the pub side, I do hit dudes with brother.
Brother?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hulk
Hogan behind the bar.
You got it, brother.
You got it, brother. Flexed real hard at them. They're like, are you
he's
flexing?
he's the guy in the work program. Good for them.
Good for them. They get a tax break.
I have hit dudes with big man and chief.
Oh God.
But like in a
How's
nice
it go?
way.
How's it go?
Usually pretty well.
Yeah.
Big man, all depending on your tone, could be like very friendly or fighting words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Chief? Yeah, no problem, Chief. I feel like that's easy.
You got a pipsqueak.
Wow. I don't even know where this came from.
It's just a guy. He's like online. He makes videos. He's a small fucking dude.
Is he?
He'll be like walking up to people like behind big dudes in the grocery store, and he's like, "Keep it moving, Pipsqueak." And they'll turn around and be like, "You're not the only one buying steak, big guy." And they'll be like, "What did you say to me?" And he'll walk right up to them. He's like, "I said out of the way, Pipsqueak."
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'll show you the videos. He's fucking good.
That's ridiculous.
I've just absorbed it because I haven't heard the word pipsqueak in fucking forever. But it's the fucking best thing to call the dude. You really want to get a dude mad? Pipsqueak.
Dude, I was fucking walking out of the servery and our flowery friend was like, "All right, Pipsqueak, come on." And I'm like, "What? The fuck did you just call me?"
All right, Pipsqueak.
Come on, Pipsqueak. Like, what? No.
It's funny how like Buddy and like Big Guy too.
Yeah, big guy. What's up, big guy?
What's up, big guy? Out the way, big guy.
Did you see the Peyton Hillis thing? I was telling you about it before the show.
Very quickly, yeah.
Peyton Hillis was like a former NFL running back.
Yeah.
Dove into the ocean to save his chillins.
Oh, okay.
But they were like drowning, and I guess he got in there, saved his kids, and then
What, was his chillins not swim?
No, I guess not. He's a white dude. It's fine. I can make fun of him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were trying to do something.
No.
Okay, I was
He's
gonna say that
a big
was
white dude.
Outwardly racist.
And and he saved his kids, and then he's been on a ventilator.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Saved his kids from drowning.
Yeah, and like it fucked him up in the process.
I gotta say, it's nice to see someone from the NFL doing something good.
Yeah, that's
usually they suck.
That's why I documented it and was like, well, I want this on the pod because I'm like, you know what? Usually the press that they get is of them like beating their wives,
Or running dog fighting rings.
or fucking
Beating their wives again.
or
Killing a dude.
killing the dude, killing their wife.
I can't think of a football player that killed his wife.
Dude, what's his name? That fucking didn't he remember he murdered his wife, and then there's video of him dragging her out of the elevator by her
that was
leg.
Ray Rice. He didn't kill her. He just knocked her out.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
He didn't kill her, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fucked up video. It just drags out like it's a duffel bag. Like yo, that's your wife, my dude. You can't just be like
your vows.
Yeah, you can't just grab the ankle and be like, better get this shit out of the elevator. Like,
I went to a
what?
Halloween party that year. And
Dressed as Ray Rice?
Not me, but there was a dude dressed in a Ray Rice jersey carrying a sex doll by the ankle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was not good.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great costume.
I know.
Wow, that's not okay at all. Holy shit.
I don't think you can go too offensive. Oh, shit. My bad. Apologies. That's going to sound awful.
That's all right.
I don't think there's such thing as too far when it comes to a Halloween costume.
No, I think it's...
If it's still funny.
If it's still funny, yeah, like... I'm going to be honest. Something that I keep thinking back...
you like blackface.
No, right? I don't. I've
Chris
never done that.
Has done blackface.
I've never ever
times.
done blackface.
So he's going to defend it.
I'm not. No, here actually.
I don't find blackface
I was about
funny.
to do the opposite. I was gonna say, because Trudeau and my like uncle are about the same age.
Okay.
And I was joking with him the one day. I'm like, said something about Trudeau doing blackface. I'm like,
Incredible.
amazing that his career wasn't just completely annihilated by that. He got reelected after that came out.
Yeah.
And my uncle goes, yeah, I want to make something clear. He goes, we're about the same age. Never in my life has blackface been an acceptable Halloween outfit. I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, back when I was a child, it was very not okay to do blackface. So the fact that he did that as like a 28-year-old is not a good thing. Like, he was a piece of shit.
He did it not once, but twice.
Twice.
And let people take pictures of him.
Yeah, like what the
Pose
fuck, dude?
for pictures.
Oh my god.
Big dick player, what else can you say? But I don't find blackface.
Well, he was dressed as Aladdin, right?
Yeah.
So he got it all wrong. Face. It was blackface on Aladdin, but Aladdin's technically Chinese, so.
Oh, we're talking. I don't believe you on this.
It is. I'm telling you, you should look it up.
Like, blackface just on its face isn't funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's like, I don't know. There's Halloween costumes that are... The one year when Fort Myers was burning down, weren't you supposed to show up as the forest fire to a party? You were going to show up as like burn victims and say you were... Oh, Fort McMurray.
Fort McMurray,
Not
yeah.
Fort Myers, that's in Florida.
Yeah.
Fort McMurray, yeah.
I was going to show up as a tree on fire, I think.
Yeah, and then your girlfriend was supposed to be a burn victim.
Yeah.
Which is
It
funny.
wasn't, yeah, and then we didn't do it because it was not acceptable.
No, I think that would have been funny.
I think it would have been funny, but like a lot of people might have been not happy.
I don't think anybody died.
I knew a couple guys in the Navy who were from Fort McMurray.
Yeah?
Yeah, a couple Fort Mac boys.
Ugh,
And
they
they
gotta be the worst.
No, they're great. Great.
Okay.
I would drop one of their names because he has a hilariously Albertan name, but I won't drop it.
Alright, you can tell me later.
I'll tell you later. It's hilarious.
Is it Tractor McTruck Tire or something?
It's pretty close. But yeah, I cracked a joke. The one day we were all outside, fucking a whole bunch of us, and we're all drunk, and he's talking about how his house burned down, and I was stoned as fuck, and I burst out laughing. And he's like, Griff, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, your house burned down. And he's like, you're fucked, man. Like, whatever. He's a fucking millionaire from it. Like, the insurance payout on it is huge.
Oh, I'm sure.
They got tons of money after that. Yeah, he's a multimillionaire.
I mean, let enough time pass. 9/11 jokes are completely acceptable now.
I think they are.
I think they are.
Especially the ones about Bush reading to kindergartners.
I've always wanted to do a promo for the show where the guy whispers in his ear, and it's like, new episode of the Reason Without. And he like looks up all scared.
And goes back to reading. Yeah, that's actually hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you see the Chinese surveillance stuff found in the Arctic?
No.
They dropped are you serious? You haven't heard about this?
No.
So they shot down 2 like weather balloons, they're calling them, but they're like just surveillance.
Yeah.
They're just little surveillance things. And then they also removed a buoy.
Yeah?
Yeah, there was like a fucking monitoring beacon and a drop-off beacon, which is the same thing that, speaking of Nazis, that's the same thing the Nazis used in World War II on Canada at like Newfoundland and stuff. They dropped like drop-off buoys. So it like marks and monitors that area, and that tells you what's going on there, and then you have an idea of when you can come in.
Yeah.
And like that's how the Battle of St. Lawrence started. It was from exactly the same shit.
I think with all these like Chinese like balloons and shit,
Yeah.
they're kind of dunking on us here.
Oh yeah, they're like, we can do whatever we want.
Because how much does it cost to make one of those balloons for China?
And how much does it cost for us to get rid of one?
I think it costs like $20 million to shoot that one down. I think the missile itself was like $12 million.
For a balloon.
For a balloon.
Yeah, do we not have planes? We can't send some old boy up there with a war dog who's like...
Yeah, I can't send up like a fucking World War II era prop plane.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
understand.
But the thing is, like, one, it gets the fucking U.S. Air Force dicks hard. Because they never get to shoot anything down.
Yeah, that's true.
All they ever do is like
Especially
ground
over
support.
their own airspace.
It's like the only air-to-air kill that I think it was an F-22.
That one?
Yeah, that's the only air-to-air kill that one has ever had.
Yeah.
Because all they do is...
We shot this last one down.
Yeah.
Canadians.
They sent up the snowbirds. Kamikaze mission.
This is how they go out. A weather balloon.
One of them fucking crashed like 2 years ago and died.
Did they really?
Yeah, one of the snowbirds like hit a house.
Holy shit.
Yeah, shit.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate that I said that.
Yeah. Poor airbirds or snowbirds.
Snowbirds flying their planes from the 60s.
Yeah. It's crazy how capable they still are, but like...
It's got to be rough flying those things.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's a great time, you know?
Yeah, it can't be.
But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually quite scared. I'm increasingly nervous. I think that this is a way for China to kind of say that they're much more capable than we think. Like,
yeah.
Western life likes to think that we got shit under control. You don't. You know?
The thing is, too, they're probably also testing our, like, response times to things in the air.
Yeah, like, oh, if we put a balloon over there, how long does it take them to find it?
Yeah. Well, okay.
A while is
this
the
is
answer.
the thing. I'm pretty sure they knew about it before, like, it broke a news cycle.
Yeah.
Because the amount of monitoring that we do, right? We definitely knew this thing was coming.
We didn't know about the buoy.
No, we didn't know about
The buoy was a fucking, like, fluke that they found, and now they're looking for buoys.
How many fucking spy satellites and shit do you think the U.S. has over China, though?
Tons.
Hella.
Tons.
We know what they're doing all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? They haven't been able to shoot those down.
Well, they're satellites.
Well, that's what I mean. If they were able to shoot something down.
We should start blowing up shit in space.
This is the UN ambassador for world peace, Christian Grifferty. Take the microphone. Start blowing shit up in space.
Yeah, I think we should start going into space.
I think we should start nuking the space. Gotta nuke something.
Don't you think that'd be fucking sick, though?
What, like you're just like
What
outside?
does a nuke look like in space? Like you fucking nuke a little patch of satellites in space. What does that look like? I bet you'd be a big ass
I
explosion.
bet they'd like chain reaction, like.
Dude, you'd see it in the fucking sky, like.
And then you
know?
I think we should nuke the moon.
They've talked about nuking the moon a bunch of times. I don't like that idea. I like the moon.
The moon does stuff for us.
It does do shit like the ocean.
Like the. Why do you keep saying the ocean?
Because there was a Ralphie May bit that I loved.
Okay.
It's called like Black Movie Theater or something, and it's hilarious. And he's talking about. Do you remember that movie that had tons of ads? They ran tons of ads for Open Water.
No.
Where they're like they go out on like this couple goes out on like a guided swimming thing, and whatever guided scuba tour. They go down, they come back up, boat's gone.
Okay.
And then they're like, oh my god, the boat's gone. It goes to black.
Yeah.
And then you hear, something touched my leg. Ah!
Yeah.
And it's her like getting pulled under. And it's like open water.
Okay.
And so he's joking about this. So he's watching it in like a very black neighborhood. And this lady in front of him is like, stupid ass crackers, what are you doing in the water? Don't you know crackers get soggy in the water? That's why you don't go in the ocean. It's so good. And like one of the bits is he's like you'd never catch me out there in that water. Not enough air in that little ass tank for my big lungs.
I don't know where the stereotype of black people in movie theaters comes from.
Have you never been to a black movie theater?
No.
I went.
Do they have their own movie theaters?
They don't have their own movie theaters, but in like really black neighborhoods in the States, like you have to understand the States are obviously it's more segregated than here.
Yeah.
So like there are full neighborhoods that are just black. So I've been to one in Detroit, and it was probably my favorite time ever watching a movie. People cheer. It's an experience. People get fucking hyped about the movie, and it's dope. They're way better than white people theaters. Way better. By like landslides.
White people theaters, we just clap.
No, they just fucking sit there, and then the movie ends, and everyone gets up.
Like
yeah. It's it's so fucking boring. They're like, especially if there's a jump scare, they're like, woo! Lord! And you're like, this is amazing.
Our mutual friend had a bit. I'm not going to mention his name because it's a racist bit. He had this bit where you would get, like Google Homes?
Yeah.
There would be a black version called the Google Homie.
Oh my god.
And every time you would watch a, like, scary movie at home, it'd be up behind you, like, don't go in there!
Yeah. That's what it was like, though, when I saw it in Detroit, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like, people yell out. It's like going to...
Like Black Church?
It's like going to a cult classic every movie. You know what I mean? Like, you know how
like
you go
see...
see...
Rocky Horror, but it's every
But
movie.
every fucking time, people are just stoked about the fact that there's a movie on. It's dope. It's so good, man. It's honestly, we should go.
We should just make theaters like that for everyone else.
Yeah, be like, man, if you want to have fun at a movie theater, this is the place. If you want to sit silently, fuck off.
Yeah, they should have, like, if you go to, like, an afternoon, like a matinee,
Yeah.
then it's chill times.
Yeah.
But if you go to a movie... What the fuck?
It's probably our friends.
Shut up. If you go to a movie at, like, 10:30,
Yeah.
it should just be a party in there. You can already drink at theaters now.
Yeah, so why not just have a blast? That's what I'm saying. It seemed, when I went, I was like, this seems like it makes a lot of sense.
If you want to watch a movie in silence, watch it at home.
Watch it, yeah. Quietly watch it
Quietly
with your
watch
boring
it
wife.
at home with your boring wife that falls asleep and scrolls TikTok through the whole time. You know what I mean? What?
Too real.
Reels, get it? I find it incredibly ironic that flat earthers listen to the flat earth conspiracy on satellite radio and satellite TV.
You fucking idiots.
You know what I mean?
Actually, so good.
You listen to it on satellite radio
Yep.
or through your bootleg satellite internet,
Yeah.
and you believe that the earth is flat.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, we got to figure it out, brother.
I find a lot of conspiracy theorists, I think it's a product of the internet that you get put into like echo chambers where you just hear what you want to hear all the time and no one ever really challenges your thinking. Because you see a lot of time journalists will go to like MAGA rallies and stuff and they'll be like, they'll talk to people and they'll be like, well, Donald Trump really is the president right now. And they'd be like,
No, he's not.
so what's he in charge of? And they're like, it's Donald Trump and the military are actually in charge and Joe Biden is a puppet. And they're like, okay. So, because they're also very anti-Ukraine.
Yeah.
They're like, so the weapons being shipped to Ukraine, that we can thank Donald Trump for that. And they're like, well, no, that was Joe Biden. And they're like, but I thought you said he wasn't in charge. He's like, well, there's two militaries, actually. And there's the good ones and the bad
Yeah,
ones.
because all they listen to is this retarded
it's
shit
just
online.
like slog.
Yeah.
All fucking
This
day.
is a problem, I think, with internet as a whole and like a lot of social media streamy type stuff.
It is.
Is that it's echo chambers. It's the same thing, man. You want something interesting? Go on your Netflix, type in 2 random letters, and you'll see that there's a whole new part of Netflix, movies you've never fucking seen before.
What do you mean?
Like, so I've never watched Squid Games.
Yeah.
I went on, typed in squid, and some random shit came up. Random in the search. Like, I just started browsing through the search part, and I was like, this is fucking insane. There's like these random, there's a knockoff version of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It's called the Suicide Group or something. And it's
What
like,
are we,
it's
some
like
kind
a
of suicide
parody. Yeah, it's hilarious. I was like, I think it's like Mike Epps and fucking.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like it's good. It's fucking gonna be comedy gold. But I put it on my list. Yeah, I love Mike Epps. He's hilarious. Just ripping on white folks.
Have you ever seen the, like, it's a knockoff of Finding Nemo. Or Finding Nemo. No, Finding Nemo. And it's called, like, Getting Depot Home. Or something like that. But then I was like, oh, hell yeah. I think I saw it on YouTube. I was like, I gotta fucking see what this is. Because it looks like a fucking student project animation.
Yeah.
It's, like, really bad. And then found out at the end, so the little fish guy's name is Depot. Right?
Yeah.
Deepo. And they gotta get him home. Turns out, the people that paid for the entire movie was Home Depot. Like the fucking store.
What?
And that's why they call him that.
Depot.
Depot. It was made by like a fucking aquarium somewhere, like in the States, like an aquarium was part of it, and Home Depot like is the biggest sponsor of this aquarium. So they had to get Depot home, and it was like, maybe if we ingrain in these kids' heads, like they thought it was going to be a smash hit, that they're going to be thinking of Home Depot and all the time and shit, subliminal messaging.
The shit that gets... Okay, I gotta say this. Part of the reason that I consider moving to the States, like that it's ever a consideration for me, is that there is a ridiculous amount of money that people are willing to fund things like that. And, like, give things real production value that's like, you shouldn't pay these people.
No.
This is trash.
It's like, for some shit, it always feels like getting money for stuff is like squeezing blood from a stone.
Yeah, up here. Canada's like that. Like, you want to get funding for something, you're fucked.
Yeah, you gotta work for it.
Yeah, down there, you just got to convince
like
one
$700
billionaire.
million.
Yeah. They're like, I have this dumbass idea. And they're like, here's $100 million. We'll talk to you about a couple $100 million more when you show us what you can do.
Yeah, like, come back in a year. We'll see how we're doing. You show up in a year, and they're like, you didn't meet the targets. Better luck next time.
Yeah, and it's like, what about the $100 million? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you spent it.
It's gone.
It's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, like, that's how they operate. It's fucked.
Yeah. They keeps the money moving. Keeps the economy going.
I think we're exaggerating on the numbers, but it's true. They'll
$400 billion.
They'll toss a mill at something like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Be like, here's $1 million. Figure it out.
I bet we could get $1 million if we go down there.
I wouldn't be shocked if we started doing comedy skits as well as this. 100% someone would toss us money.
This is untapped gold.
Yeah, we should go take Canada to the U.S.
Take Canada on a world tour.
World tour, because the whole
Reasonable
world.
Podcast hits the road. We got stops in Detroit,
Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Nebraska, Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah. El Paso, Texas.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Right on the border.
Yeah, right there.
Avoid getting shot.
Salt Lake City. They'd love us there.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
It's
the Mormons.
Yeah, fucking
It's Mormon town.
Great spot. They would like us there for sure.
Yeah.
Elko, Nevada.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I want to go somewhere where there's a swamp.
We should go to Louisiana. We should go to New Orleans.
Nolans. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. And you're supposed to kind of snarl. Like, Nolans.
Well, anyway, we should we should go.
We should go. I think we'd fit in.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't.
What do you mean?
Look at you. Now look at me.
What do you
now
mean,
look
look
back
at
at you.
It's the same guy.
Same guy that was here the first time.
If we fucking go there, beads around our necks.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah, for Mardi Gras. Okay. When is Mardi Gras? It's coming up, isn't it?
Just happened like a week ago.
Did it really?
Yeah, you missed Mardi Gras.
What?
Yeah, Pancake Tuesday.
We didn't make pancakes.
I made pancakes.
Fuck. I
You
can't.
missed out on Pancake Tuesday?
I'm going to just do it on Tuesday and I'll just pretend.
My own little Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
I think we'd fucking crush it down in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Man,
Go down the swamp.
we should go down. I'm dead set on this. I've actually decided that I'm dead set. I'm going to slowly work towards this. The sailboat.
That you're going to sail?
I want to sail.
I'm a sailor.
I want to sail around, like, whatever that one was called. The North American Loop, where you go from, like, you'd sail out of, like, King Cardinal, Grand Bend, down into Lake Michigan, down the Mississippi. Yeah, all the way down the Mississippi, and then around the East Coast, back up St. Lawrence Seaway.
You're going to come back changed.
I'll come back a fucking god.
You're going to come back looking like Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse.
You think so? I'd be like...
You'd be like grizzled.
Boys, I've seen things out there.
Yeah, be like, everyone be sitting down, hanging out, having a good time. Be like, Christian, what do you think? I think the foam of the sea carries the souls of fallen sailors. I carry that with me every day.
Hey, okay.
I'm not in the ocean right now, but I'll be back, and by God, I'll die there.
Dude, I think it'd be a fucking great time. It's a thing that we're young, and if I'm gonna do it, I need to do it. I need to go right now. Right now. I can't work anymore. I have to go do this. I only need like $20,000.
See, this is the thing. You're either gonna have the most incredible experience of your lifetime, or you're gonna run out of food and die.
You won't run out of food and die.
No?
No.
Or you'll be floating down the Mississippi and get shot.
That is the only actual thing I'm worried about. Is that you'll get to a certain part of the Mississippi and they'll be like, we're shooting this motherfucker, stealing his boat.
Yeah. How do I get down to this city? Back the way you came.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a good thing with the Mississippi is it's real big and you just go down.
You would have to have a gun.
I think once you get into like middle of the states, you buy a gun.
Yeah, you buy a gun. Something that you could mount on the, was it the bow of the boat?
Why would you want it all the way up there?
On the front?
Yeah.
So that as you're moving forward, you could clear the way with your machine gun.
Oh, you want a machine gun?
Yeah, I said something you could mount.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe that you just get a handgun for when someone tries to board your ship.
No. No, you got to be engaging in ship-to-ship warfare.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I just don't
You need
want
to pull your ship up and give them a full broadside.
I just don't want to fucking... I just don't want that. I don't want holes.
You got like a ramrod loading cannonballs in your fucking cannon.
Yeah, can you imagine having a cannon on your sailboat? And they're like, what the fuck is that? And you're like, that's a cannon. Run, boys!
You're like lighting the...
Yeah. Boom! People would fuck right off. They would run.
Too, so you got rigging so you could swing.
Yeah.
Like board people.
Yeah. Or swing out and like fire off a shot, swing back.
Come back out of your blunderbuss.
Yeah.
You basically just want to be a pirate.
Dude, yeah, that'd be fucking sick, actually.
I know. I want to be a pirate. Me and our buddy...
You got a boat on you now.
I do. The Edmund Fitzgerald.
What is it, fellas? It's been good to know you.
Yeah. The Edmund Fitzgerald, 26
Is
souls.
that the lyrics from Gordon Lightfoot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Yeah. 26 souls died that day.
Is it 26?
26.
Not enough.
I can't fucking talk to you about this. You put some fucking respect on the Edmund Fitzgerald. Okay? If she would have put 10 more miles behind her, she would have been in the clear. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was.
She was loaded too heavy. It's a fucking tragedy. There's towns in Michigan that on the anniversary ring their church bells 26 times. Still. In remembrance of the ones that died.
What do they do? How many times do they ring their church bell for 9/11?
3,655 times.
A lot of
Really
ringing.
quickly. All right. Well, when you think about like tragedies on a world scale,
Yeah.
the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is much higher like importance than 9/11, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that would disagree.
Well, sure.
Where was the
cares
Edmund
about
Fitzgerald
9/11?
heading?
Somewhere in Superior. I think it was going between two American cities, but sunk on the Canadian side of the border.
Like it got blown out.
It started raining and wind picked up, and it was too heavy. So
So
it just took water and sunk.
That's actually what happened?
Yeah. It didn't like hit anything. It just took water and sunk. This was too heavy.
That's how it went down.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
What was it carrying? Salt?
Iron ore.
Iron ore. I just started dumping out ore.
I don't know.
Well, like, why wouldn't you be like, start dumping?
I think it was too fucked out there. It's
So,
probably
like,
too
I
fucked.
guess to get someone out on the deck and
Yeah,
be
they
like,
probably just go, whoop, gone.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true. They have that with bosuns now. They have leashes on the front of ships. So, like, when it gets real rainy, no, literally, you have to go on these cables and then you tie into a harness so you can walk around because it'll,
Like
like
troubled
wind or
children
something
in
will just
Walmart.
like, you're gone. You just walk out the door and you're gone. Like, yeah.
Like you're a loud kid in a Walmart.
Yeah,
Like
kind
it's like a
of.
little backpack with a leash that their mom wears.
Yeah, except you're tied to a fucking cable.
I guess.
Yeah.
You ever get the like urge when you see one of those kids on a leash to ask if they're a rescue?
No.
Okay.
I haven't had these urges.
I think it's always so goofy when you see a kid on a leash.
It's ridiculous. I think the fact that you're willing to, as a parent, basically go out and publicly admit that you have no parenting skills.
Yeah, you just gave up.
Yeah, you're like, I gave up
he's
on
gonna.
training.
If I don't, he's just gonna run.
Yeah, he's
You
going to
know-
run. You know what you could do is have some authority over your children.
Yeah, disabled children excluded, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's
Leave
safety
those at
precautions. Well, Jesus.
I'm joking.
Yeah, so something I wanted to say.
Okay.
I'm just saying, yeah, because I know we're getting close.
Getting close on time. You don't want to give them too much. You got to leave them always wanting more.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I started looking into I think it's called the Weekly Worldwide.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
No.
Do you remember,
Sounds
like
like
the
a
shitty tabloids the shitty tabloid stuff that's on. You know what I'm talking, like little tabloid, like the National Enquirer.
Oh, just rags?
Yeah, just like trash tabloid journalism. Weekly World News. Do you remember this one?
No.
Its last issue came out in 2007, but they do stuff like all these fucking ridiculous. Like they had the Bat Kid.
Oh,
that was like
yeah.
The Bat
Princess
Child.
Diana is an alien.
Yeah, and like Chupacabras terrorized suburban Tulsa. You know? Like, or like cavemen invented the smartphone. That's a real headline. That is a headline.
Why does he look like Arnie?
I don't know. But yeah, they're actually great. Prince Harry. Hair.
Duke of Sussex unveils new look.
Yeah.
In this obviously not
it's
photoshopped picture.
It's an amazing tabloid. I honestly love it. Anti-Christmas called Busted in Buffalo. Because some of them are mildly believable, and it's like this dude arresting an Easter bunny.
We could write a tabloid.
Oh, I think it'd be great.
We definitely could.
Could just write garbage
Just
tabloid.
garbage bullshit.
Dude, we should.
All the time.
Actually, we should. That would be amazing. I think we should bring back tabloid journalism.
Yeah, you know what we should get into? Print media.
Print media. I hear it's very profitable.
Yeah, it's on an upswing.
Yeah.
Right now.
I think it's coming back.
Yeah?
Yeah, on this note, I wanted to say, because I went in to try and find an issue of it. I didn't realize they'd stopped making issues. It's only online now.
Boo.
Yeah, I know. So, like, it's not in stores anymore. But I went into Indigo to find one.
Yeah.
There's not really real books in Indigo anymore.
No, it's like housewares and shit.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Here's what I think happened to the book world. Mm-hmm. It seems to me that TikTok and Instagram Reels have translated to books. Like, if you go in there to buy a book, the books that are, there's fiction, and then the nonfiction stuff is predominantly stories about other people.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go in, like, I didn't see anywhere when I went into Indigo that I can go in and just get, like, a psychology book, like a book on psychology written by a doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like an authority on the matter.
Yeah.
Like,
I need to go like specialty.
Yeah, like, or I went in there like, I kind of want a book on anthropology. There's none.
No.
And I was like, what? Like, this is the science section's like 2 little shelves.
Yeah.
And I was like, you fucking...
Most people buy books for the aesthetic now.
Just to put on their coffee table. Yeah, it's like... Oh, what about real knowledge? Like, why do I have to have every story has to be related to a person? Why can't I just have
knowledge?
Why can't someone just present me with objective fact?
I think that's just college.
So what? I have to go to post-secondary for any little amount of knowledge I want to gain?
You would have to, like, online order these books that I think you're searching for.
That's insane. Why can't we just sell textbooks?
I don't know, man. They're also incredibly expensive.
Are they?
Yeah. I think what you're thinking of, like hundreds of dollars.
Really?
Yeah, because they cost so much to make them and nobody fucking buys them.
I guess because you got to pay all those authorities on the material.
But plus, if you're like a professor or like a PhD, you actually did the research yourself, which is like incredibly expensive to do.
Yeah, so you're like, if I'm going to put this in a book, it's worth a lot of money.
It's worth a lot of money. People are going to pay me for it, right?
Yeah. Maybe I'll start using the library.
The library is fantastic.
Is it?
It's a fantastic resource. And it's something that if it was introduced today, it would never fucking fly.
Yeah, I know. I really don't want them to get rid of it. They've been talking about it.
I know. They're like, why don't we just open up Amazon bookstores and get rid of libraries?
There's stuff in government right now. There's 2 of them that I have been getting grouped together. I'm like, these are separate issues. Like, I don't like that they're getting reported on in the same instance.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh yeah, we're going to... like criminalize hate speech and like disagreement, whatever, where people like don't agree with whatever's public narrative and they consider it hate speech. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, yeah, that also public libraries, we're thinking about getting rid of them. And I'm like, whoa. These are 2 very separate issues. These are not the same fucking bill.
Public libraries are an incredible community resource.
Yeah, you can't just get rid of libraries, you fucking morons.
So many people...
You can't be like, oh yeah, we're doing away with hate speech and libraries.
Yeah.
No. Nah.
Like some people, the only access to a computer and printer they have, period,
Is the library.
Is the library, right?
Yeah.
Plus, like the library we have downtown, like rents out music equipment.
Oh, it's amazing.
They've got an entire room dedicated to the history of London.
They also have university paid for rooms. Like that one is Richard Ivy has a whole room in there.
Yeah.
So it's entirely Ivy League textbooks.
Yeah. Plus, you already pay for it
Yeah.
through
It's
your
your taxes.
So
Fuck off.
might
Don't
as
take
well
away my
get a
library.
Might
Yeah.
as well get a library card.
Like-
Go check it out. It's an awesome time in there.
Yeah. You know what happens when they take away the library?
What?
That money's going to get pissed away somewhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't like this when people say, well, if we had that tax money, we would do better things. Did you? Because
Yeah.
what about the last 40 things you made more tax money off?
Yeah,
Where's
what about
that
the last
money going?
40 things? Yeah, we cut.
Yeah, we
Where's
cut,
it gone?
and the
nothing's
money's
getting
gone
better.
nowhere. And guess what? Your wage has only gone up. So fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Keep the libraries. That's my...
Save the libraries.
Save the libraries. Nuke shit in space. Stay reasonable.
Keep doubting.
We've been J Money and C Griff. Thank you so
Did
much
we
for
do that
joining
today?
us.
We didn't do it.
What? Oh, we've been C Griff.
And Chicka J Money.
Jesus, how do we forget that?
I don't know. We're turning into real reporters.
It's down white, boy.
That was a good one.